Titan, India's watch giant, has initiated several measures to harness the power of information technology. Watch today's report for more details. Technological advancements are the order of the day, and most competent companies today see information technology as an enabling tool. Titan, known for its fabulous watches and of late for its fantastic jewelry, has since its inception as Titan Industries in 1987 moved hand in hand with information technology.
Right from day one, we wanted to be world class really. So in that sense, we had computerization in our mind, and then we had recruited people with adequate computerization knowledge and with adequate knowledge in IT industry. And we went about the computerization right from 87. So initially starting with our say production planning and some of the management information system, and then slowly inducted that into our new product development cycle. Because we realized that coming out with new models as frequently as possible would be the order of the day, and that would be one of the key success factors for Titan. So that's how we began computerization in Titan.
The manufacturing function is a very important function for Titan, and similar to the experience of other companies where manufacturing has the same degree of significance as it has for us. Our first introduction of computers or computerization or systems into Titan started with the introduction of an MRP1 package which was developed by us internally.
Today, this watch giant is making use of information technology in almost every area of its operations.
Computerization in Titan has spread to almost all the areas, whether it is financial or it is even coming into matters such as statutory requirements as central excise, preparing a GAT pass and maintaining all the necessary accounts with reference to custom duties, and whether it is production planning of tools, inventory management, and a host of things, whatever is required for a proper functioning of a organization has been computerized. Well, we have a unit in Dehradun, pretty close to Delhi. Even there, computerization has been done, and the two units are connected through a WAN network. Similarly, our regional offices in Bombay, Calcutta, Madras, Delhi, etc., our corporate office in Bangalore, all of them are now connected through this WAN network.
For proof that computerization is of immense help to Titan, one only has to take a look at its new product development cycle, a process in which all the functions or departments in the company contribute in the metamorphosis of a concept to a dazzling finished product.
If you were to do this new product development, see through the conventional route of making a prototype and then taking it into production and things like that, not only it would take a lot of time, but it would give less flexibility or less opportunities to create more options. Today what we do is, we get information from various agencies. Like for example, the manufacturing people itself, they themselves will come up with some new ideas as to what kind of new product could be done based on their own capability and capacities and the kind of production process that we have. Then we get information from international trade fairs. Apart from that, our sales and marketing staff who are in constant touch with the customers and who are in the field, they bring a lot of feedback. All this is collated and we come out with a new product calendar. We come out with concept sketches. With these concept sketches, we go on to the computerization starts right at that time. And with this, on the system, we are able to create number of options. 4 years, 5 years back, we used to take something like 1.5 years to come out with a new product. Today, depending on the complexity, we can come out in a span of just 3 months.
Titan has also made a foray into ERP implementations for reasons obvious to most today.
We first identified the need somewhere around August-September 1997. The need for an integrated system was always felt for the last couple of years, surely. But it's in 1997 that ERP started getting known in the Indian context, started becoming popular. And some Indian companies had already begun to get into ERP in a rather structured manner. So we took that on as a context and we said, let's examine this new tool, this new technique that is available and see how it can apply to our business.
The company's constant desire to be numero uno in its own field is a driving factor in all its endeavors.
In the Indian scenario, I don't think any of our competitors In fact, to be very frank, we don't have serious competition in the Indian soil. Any of our competitors do not have this kind of facilities, which is highly integrated and associated facility. So that gives a lot of advantage to us, and we can come up with new products very often. And very recently we have come up with big ranges like the plastic range and then the fast track range, which has really hit the market with great success.
ITR brought to you by SCO, the future of Unix, TCS, Indian Ingenuity Global Impact, VSNL, India's vehicle for thrust in information technology, Technocampus, the software finishing school, CBSI, solutions for your business for 2000 and beyond, Pentafor, programming the future, Amsoft, your software solution provider, Zenith, MNC quality, Indian prices, Anket, when reliability matters, and LCC, where knowledge spells confidence.
Hello and welcome to ITR User Show on CNBC Asia. I'm Shubhanjan Sarkar. The CBI is the latest major government agency to have been bitten by the computerization bug. The excitement is palpable. The director of CBI and Mr. N.R. Vasan, who also happens to be the officer in charge of the entire computerization, and the associate director of the CBI are upbeat about what can be done with information technology. So what is exciting them so much, and what is it going to be, and what will it do for premier investigation agency in the country? We'll talk about that, but time now for my guest for the day in Tech Talk.
The countdown has begun. Get Y2K compliant. Question of the day. Who was Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1983? Watch out for the answer to this question in the latter half of the show.
Mr. Bikram Rajaram, welcome to Tech Talk on ITR. When you first thought of computerization in Titan several years back, what was the area where you focused first?
The manufacturing function is a very important function for Titan, and similar to the experience of other companies where manufacturing has the same degree of significance as it has for us, our first introduction of computers or computerization or systems into Titan started with the introduction of an MRP1 package which was developed by us internally.
Did you have any person or any department championing this whole process, or was it left to the individual divisions to take care of their own computerization needs?
When you say who championed it, I think there are two elements to that question. I think the users were the real drivers of the need for us to introduce MRP1 into the company. Once that decision had been taken, it was relatively easy for us to decide what had to be done to implement that. Perhaps the most significant decisions that we took in that regard were the hardware platform on which we were going to create these programs, and secondly the applications platform on which we were going to build these programs. We made a choice in 1991 that we were going to work with a Unix and Oracle combination, a combination that has stood us in very, very good stead and continues to be used by us even today.
How did you ensure that the core strengths of the company on which Titan is built is not compromised or given up in the process of ERP implementation, where essentially you will be going through some form of business process reengineering?
The entire ERP exercise of ours and the manner in which it has been implemented, I think has been done first of all based on an understanding of what the key success drivers for the company are going to be. We had a significant commitment in terms of our own people who had used and had created some of the legacy systems that we had in this company, who were moved to be part of the ERP core team. These people, so to speak, were our consciences. They were the keepers of our faith to ensure that what the company felt was required and what the company felt was needed, and had turned out to be success factors for us would be preserved even when we went to ERP.
Who actually championed this process of ERP implementation in Titan?
There was a realization within the firm that ERP was an idea whose time had come. Other companies had implemented ERP. We had been told about the benefits of the ERP, of an ERP being introduced into Titan. Once that was done, a team was organized, right, around my colleague Jamshed Dabu, who was identified, right, as the key person here to drive this whole effort further within the company.
12 months back, it was the buzzword, ERP. Now, it seems that the ERP backlash is the buzzword. A lot of people, a lot of companies I speak to regret implementing ERP the way they did. Now, what has been your experience?
ERP today is being seen as a panacea, for a corporation's problems. It is ERP is seen as the solution to from things like Bangalore's traffic problems, to India's overpopulation problems. All tend to get sorted out, or people claim ERP is going to do that for you. I think that is wrong. You have to see ERP within how much it can deliver, right? How much it is likely to deliver for you, and whether what it gives you in terms of benefits exceeds the costs that go into it. I think the minute that ratio, right, is greater than 1, right, then it's a matter of negotiating whether 1 is acceptable or 3 is acceptable, or should you be shooting for 100.
Can you quantify the investment that you made in this process?
The direct involvement or investment that we would have made in both ERP in its extended sense, which is in terms of the SAP licenses that you have to obtain, the consultancy fees, and then in this particular case, and this is where I feel I'm being a little unfair, the hardware which we have procured, the whole thing would have been in the nature of anywhere between 4.5 and 5.5 crores, depending on where you're going to start and where you're going to finish.
Mr. Bikram Rajaram, thank you so much for joining us in Tech Talk on ITR. The Central Bureau of Investigation has constituted a new wing, the Cyber Crime Unit, for handling cyber crimes. In its final stages of computerization, the CBI would launch its website shortly, and a new cadre of computer professionals has been created within the CBI. The agency is also introducing a local area network and a wide area network. The idea is to enable the officers to access information from their computers on a need-to-know basis. Specific software tools are being developed by the CBI, one of which would help the investigators in simulating crime scenes. Time now for a break, and we'll be back with the report for the day. Stay with us.
ITR brought to you by SCO, TCS, VSNL, Technocampus, CBSI, Pentafor, Amsoft, Zenith, Amket, and LCC.
Whatever be your line of business, however demanding your application, your enterprise can get the business advantage too. Come, partner with SCO. Together, we will lead the journey to the millennium and beyond.
Dad, you promised to buy me a
computer. We will definitely get it today.
I use Zenith, the top quality multimedia PC which works better than imported PCs do.
Zenith computers are made from the same components used by MNCs.
I use Zenith. So should you.
Go ahead, buy a Zenith Home PC, MNC quality at Indian price.
Isaac, supper's ready.
Come on, Diamond. An opportunity lost could be a lifetime wasted. Fortunately, there is Technocampus.
Fresh apples, Newton's apples.
are no heroes anymore, but they're there. They aren't larger than life, just larger than their own lives. If you're looking for a hero, look around.
The Venture Capital Show.
What is a venture capital?
When should I go for it?
What are the investment criteria of the venture
How do
capital?
I structure my business plan?
How much capital should I ask for?
And all those doubts that you always wanted to clear. Join us in finding the answers on ITR every Monday starting from May 99. Venture Capital Show brought to you by ICICI Venture, only on ITR.
As a sequel to last Tuesday's report on Titan, we bring you a feature on how this watch giant makes use of CAD/CAM solutions.
Information technology is now proving to be a boon to the manufacturing business, and Titan, the leading watchmaker in the country, is making extensive use of CAD/CAM solutions. At Titan, integration of CAD/CAM applications has been with respect to almost every stage of watch manufacture, from the design process to the tool design process.
Typically, a new product development process starts with a need identified by marketing department generally, or sometimes it could be a need which is triggered by the factory also. Then it's converted into, that idea is converted into a concept. And a styling department, which is there in our head office, they come out with a concept which is done by rendering using computer again, using a package called as CorelDRAW, which is just a rendering. Instead of doing it by hand, they do it by on computer, and that is passed on to us. And each of this product is put on the system what you see here. It's a high-end CAD/CAM system which is capable of doing 3D modeling, which is absolutely essential for us, because earlier in the good old days we used to do it on paper, and that never used to give you a real picture as to how the product would look. Whereas with this kind of systems today, you can do a 3D model which you can visualize in 3 dimensions. You can rotate, you can see from different angles, capture the essence of design here.
When a design is approved, it is sent to the prototype center. Even this department couldn't function as efficiently without a computer.
Basically, in prototyping, we get the product data from product styling. So that styling concept will be converted into the 3D model on CAD/CAM. So we take the 3D model and transfer to our computer. From our computer, we make the CNC programs, computer programs, and will feed onto the our CNC machine. So the program will be continued automatically on our CNC machine, and we make a physical prototype using the computer and computer controlled machine.
Tool designing is another area that is immensely benefited by information technology. Done manually, this job would be quite a hectic one.
After what input we get from product design is basically it is a hard copy of the component as well as a soft copy. So what we need to do is, there are various parameters like outside dimension of various dimensions. So in this program, what we need to do is we need to input the important values. The program itself will ask about the important values, what are the values needed for doing the tool design. So what we need to do is we have to feed in that values, and the total, we don't have to do any, even in the single element design. Like in back cover, we have 4 operations, basic operations called blanking, drawing, bending and forming. So what we need to do is, after we give the input of all the product, so when we run this program, it will do automatically all the element design of the all element design which are needed to make the back cover. 4 days it used to take, now it takes just 18 seconds to make the entire set of tool design for a back cover.
The actual tool making process is carried out almost flawlessly and efficiently with the help of CNC machines.
From the designs we get all the information through LAN, and we download it onto our system. The CAD/CAM informations we get it from the designs through soft copy as well as the hard copy, and then subsequently the hard copy information and soft copy informations are integrated into the system, and we start producing the tools required for that, and mainly the electrodes we make, and the replica of this electrodes is the one which produces the tool, and in turn the tools produces the component. So it is the information system which gives the information for us through a computer, and then through that we make the components. It is like what you call a tape recorder, where the informations are repeated again and again. Like that, the information we get it from the system, and the components are being produced.
Though predominantly done manually, this seems to be the future of component assembly. Titan has invested 100 lakhs in information technology in the past 12 years, 18 lakhs between 1995 and 1999. Does this give them a competitive edge over other players?
We are definitely competitive because of using CAD/CAM as a tool, no doubt about it. Because the basic fact still remains that the design starts from here, from an idea. That idea is no way it can be replaced by CAD/CAM. So this is just a tool which will convert the idea into watch, much faster, more reliable, with lesser problems at a lower cost. So we are, I would say, at par with global players in terms of using CAD/CAM, but definitely in terms of Indian scenario, we seem to be the only watch industry who's using such facility and delivering new products every year.